Hey pastels, welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into this super tropical toenail design. Instead of filing all the gel off immediately, I'll go in with my cuticle nippers just to save some time, and I love how the cut is a perfect straight cut. With the big toe, I don't use the cuticle nippers. I use the hand file only because from my past experiences, the toenails will chip or crack on the sides, so using the file on the big toe definitely helps me prevent that. Also, I want to make it clear that the drill is on the lowest setting possible, which is probably 1 or 2, and I'm kind of going in a circular motion. Instead of just focusing on one particular spot, I like to move my drill around just to prevent over drilling. You don't want to over drill your client's toenail bed or nail plate in general. I have clients who come to me and their toenails are thin and the middle of it you can see is a bit red. That really is from over drilling and over filing. This is a product that I typically use if I feel like my client that I'm working with has thin or fragile toenails. Now, most nail techs use this on every client. Personally, I don't think every client needs it. All toenails are created differently. I don't use this product on myself. I really just drill my toenails down. I think if you're getting your toes done excessively, that can also cause your nail plate to just be a little bit more sensitive than usual. Let me know in the comments below, have you experienced over filing on your toes? Was that from going to the nail salon, maybe a private nail tech? And how did your toenails bounce back, if they did bounce back? Please share your story below. After I remove the gel polish, I'll be back when it's time to clean up the cuticles. I'm gonna clean up her cuticles with one of my favorite bits. I can't remember the specific name, but you can pretty much type in toenail bit on Amazon and you'll see something similar. This really does help me push back the cuticles and identify where the cuticles even start. Now, don't drag me, but in the past, I did accidentally nip a few clients. I was, thinking that nails and toes were the same. It's really not. The cuticles on your toenails are very different and a little bit more thin as well. So really pushing back those cuticles with that bit helps you locate where the cuticle starts, and you can really remove it much easier and you don't have to worry about potentially, cutting your client. And honestly, I always look forward to those clients who have those extra thick cuticles. I mean, look at that. Super thick, and it's always satisfying to remove them. Using the nail bit isn't always enough. I always go in with my cuticle remover to soften up those cuticles. And right here, I'm just using the wooden stick to spread the product around evenly and make sure it's really near the cuticles. After applying the cuticle liquid, I turn on my vapor steam machine and just let that extra moisture get in between the toes. It really does make a huge difference. It lifts up the extra crust. I don't know what else to call it. Okay, here we go. I feel like this to me is the equivalent of watching earwax extraction videos or maybe Dr. Pimple Popper. It's pretty gross, but at the same time, it's also pretty satisfying. Look at all of this extra gunk just coming from under her toe. And most of us, most humans are walking around with all of this, crust. You probably don't even know. From the outside, your toes look trimmed, but if you don't really get in there, there's all types of stuff underneath your toe. My clients typically do enjoy the steam machine. It's pretty relaxing, it's therapeutic, and for me as the nail tech, it does make my job a little bit more easier. And even though this is a dry pedicure, the steam machine alone does really help lift all that excess dry skin or dead crust from her toes. Now I make sure I spray the toes really well. I'm using rubbing alcohol. I think it's 91%, and that really helps prevent any type of lifting. You don't want any product on the toes whatsoever before you start. Now I'm going in with the base gel top coat. I think this brand is Amarly or Amarly. I'm gonna make sure I look it up on Amazon. I'm not in my studio right now to double check, but I will definitely tag whatever brand it is. There's a lot of different base gel top coats you can use. You can even use builder gel. I know that works pretty well. After gel top coat, we're gonna do 3 shades of a DND sheer, and I'll be back when it's time to do the French tips. I just wanted to pop in and say, do not judge my old UV lamp, okay? This is Miss Reliable. She has been with me for a really long time and honestly has never let me down. Let's get into the French tips. This is the shade Butter Yellow by DND. Currently one of my favorite yellows for the summertime. It's just super cute and very pastel. Honestly, French tip on toes can be tricky, especially if the client does not have like that perfect square. It's kind of hard to get a defined French tip. But if you want a step-by-step tutorial on how to achieve the perfect French tip toes, comment the word tutorial below. Alright guys, we're gonna speed through the French tips. I'll check back in once it's time to add the hibiscus flowers and the other toenail art. Right here, I am mixing 2 shades of blue. This is Caribbean Island by DND, and the second blue was a slight sky blue by Beetles. I need to double check. One thing I will say that I enjoy about the creative process is that we can really bring things to life. Even if you don't have that specific shade, you can mix a couple colors and get exactly what you're looking for. This was my first test run with the flower. I do end up wiping this off. I think most of you will look at it and think there's nothing wrong with it, but it really wasn't what I was going for. I felt like the petals were a bit too thick, and at one point they started to overlap because of the way I was dragging my brush. If you're gonna do these hibiscus flowers, you need a little less gel polish when you go back in to add that detail. I don't know if you can see pretty well here. I know the camera angle isn't above the nail, but I'm just dragging the tip of the brush to add the detail, not the whole body of the brush. After adding the details to the flower, I did go in and cure the design just to make sure everything stayed in place. I love to think of toes as tiny little canvases. I think it's such a cute and unique experience that I get to draw my cute little art on your toes, and you're just walking around with these mini little masterpieces on your feet. I want to make sure I drop a nail gem for each video. I think one thing I did say earlier that was nail gem related is that when you use the tip of your brush, you get more defined art. Don't just use the body and don't pick up so much gel. Also, while we're here, I want to encourage you guys to check out my most recent video, which was the detailed summer nails and toes. I feel like if you're loving what you see right here, you're going to definitely enjoy the recent video. I'll make sure to link it above and also drop it in the description below. Now, I know this is YouTube and I don't expect everyone on YouTube to care about Instagram, but I do have a really strong goal of 5,000 followers before the year ends. I've been at 4,370 for too long. If you guys could do me a favor, check out my Instagram at Pastel Nails. Click that follow button. Also, just look through the profile. You'll see different nail inspo. Even if you're not in Florida, you could use some of the content that you see for your next nail look. I even have more videos through Reels. Check those out as well. I actively post on stories. But yes, if you definitely want that full pastel experience, check me out on Insta and hit that follow button because that is somewhere I am actively on. And I'm not gonna lie, my Reels used to do really great numbers on Insta. And that was my main focus, going viral. I want my next video to go viral. But I'm in a space where I truly want to build community. It's no longer about going viral, but building that connection with my pastels where you are excited about my next video. I've been saying new videos every Sunday, and so far so good. I love the feedback. I love when you guys interact in the comments, and I really appreciate all my new and current subscribers who have found my channel. This is one of my favorite parts. Just filing down the toes makes it even more defined, and the square shape, you could really watch it come to life. If you see me pushing her toes down, I'm not really being that, harsh. On camera, it always looks like that, but I had to push her toes down so I don't scratch the design. Now, this is actually my favorite part. Adding that cuticle oil really does bring the whole toenail look together. After adding the oil and filing her other toes, we're going to do a quick little recap of her before and after. this is her before, just dry, cracked, and in need of a major upgrade. Here is my girl's after. Honestly, I am blown away. This design is so cute and so perfect for the summer. These hibiscus flowers are unique and fun, and I enjoyed every minute of creating this design. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the thumbs up as well so YouTube can push me through the algorithm. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.